All right, so now we're going to talk about something that's common in all fundraising. It's the concept of 7 touches, which means you have to approach and talk to the people who you're asking for funds in your fundraising approach 7 times before they'll actually act on it or do something or give you money. So, this is one of those things where it's really important when you figure out who your crowd is, how you're going to approach them, and a lot of times that can be kind of the make or break point for a lot of filmmakers doing their crowdfunding plans. So, the first step that pretty much everybody does is they send a mass email out to everybody saying, "Hey, I'm doing this crowdfunding campaign. Can you please contribute?" You post it to social media. You might even pay for a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad to boost it. All of those things are very necessary. It's also easy to text stuff out or, mass group text, things like that. Those are like low bar, easy ways to let people know that you are fundraising and you need help from your family and friends and the people in your kind of direct network. But even the people in your direct network are going to need typically more than one post, one reminder, one ask, because people are busy and everybody has every intention of helping out and wanting to be supportive, and they need a little bit direction, they need reminders, things fall through all the time. So this is really just step one. And you can't just constantly be sending out more mass emails. You can't be just posting the same pitch video over and over again, reminding people, hey, we've got 7 days left in our campaign. Here's the same message that you received over and over again. You need to approach these people in these 7 touches in 7 different ways, essentially. That's kind of how you want to think about it, is what are the different ways that I can approach these people multiple times to ask them. And sometimes you're not just asking for money. Sometimes one of those different approaches is to ask for something like, hey, can you share this on your social media? Can you send this email to 5 other people that you know? Can you make a direct ask for somebody else? Can you give me an introduction? Those are ways to kind of vary it up. But here are some other suggestions that kind of take that basic mass email, that basic social media post, and kind of amplify it. So the next step up is to send a personalized email. Hey, best friend, I know you're really interested in whatever themes that are going on in your movie, or wanting to help me out in this new venture that I'm doing this short film or my first feature film or whatever it is that you're doing. You want to make a direct ask of the people in a personal email that has a personalized amount that you're asking for. Not just the generic, hey, give what you can, or contribute $100. Like, if you think asking that person for $100 is fine, that's what you feel comfortable with, then yes, ask them for $100. But if this is somebody who you think could give $1,000 or $5,000 or more, then you need to be more direct. You can't just say to somebody who has a lot of money, hey, give what you can, because you might get $50 out of that. And if you really wanted $5,000, that's on you for not being more specific and direct in your ask. So send a personal email. Talk to them like a human being. What is it that you two connect and bond over? What is it about your project that you think this person will connect and want to give money for? So that's really important. Also, meeting up in person, taking a friend out to lunch or coffee, calling somebody on the phone, going to a networking event and making an announcement, and meeting people in person. That face-to-face ask is so much harder to say no to, that it's a really important tool in your arsenal to to use when you're fundraising. So getting personal, getting in person, face to face, all that stuff, really important. The next step up, which is kind of leads from that, is having a kickoff event or even a closing event where you have brought people together to a particular space. People are even using Zoom for this, where you do a presentation about your project and you make the direct ask for people to contribute to the project however they can. And when you have people all together at an event, it's a lot of fun, especially if it's in person. Maybe you have some, drinks and hors d'oeuvres or some kind of entertainment during the event. Those are always great ways to make this feel like, oh yeah, they just gave me a good time, so I'm gonna contribute to their project. And additionally, in order to help put on some of these events, you can partner with other organizations or other artists. So maybe there's a musician or something that will donate their services or give you a cut rate to perform at your event. Maybe you can get some catering donated. Maybe you can get some alcohol donated, all of those various things. Finding kind of co-sponsors and partners to help offset the hard costs of an event is a great way to really maximize whatever funds you can raise at the event. You can also sell merchandise at the event if you have it. Other ways to partner with organizations or artists is to offer perks in your crowdfunding campaign that are donated by musicians or artists, things like that. So if you can donate a print or a poster of somebody's artwork or music from somebody's CD or whatever, those are the types of things that can really elevate your perks. And then, as I mentioned earlier, all the while your social media game has to be on point and dynamic. You have to be every week posting different kinds of messaging about the various themes of your project, about the various people involved in the project, and you have to make it seem like, oh, and this is really cool, and this is really cool, and here's another really cool thing, and here's another really cool thing. So it's not just, hey, we need money over and over and over again, and thanking the people that have already contributed, which are all really important things to do. You want to add to and flesh out why your project is really cool and why people should give to it. And I often use Seed and Spark for my crowdfunding platform. Emily Best was one of the founders of it. She recently did a crowdfunding campaign herself. So if you look at her Instagram, you'll see her posts and you'll see all the different ways that she made that crowdfunding campaign dynamic. So that's a really great way to see what works, what might work for your project and get inspired, is to look at other people's crowdfunding campaigns. So hope this was helpful. Don't forget that you just need to keep contacting people. You don't just reach out once and say, oh, well, they didn't give the one time I sent that email or that text. It doesn't mean that they won't.